Hey everybody, welcome back to Invicta Specs with John the Phone Guy. I know it's been a while, just things kind of got in the way. Obviously, it's been a minute, so. But today we're going to come back and we're featuring the Crossbar Compass. So we're going to talk about this guy and, take a good look at all the different parts and pieces, the platinum mother of pearl and everything about it. So, and this, with that, we will get right to the bench and take a look. Hey everybody, so we'll get right into this. We have the Crossbar Compass. This is model 31921. This is a 52 millimeter, of course, a lefty. This has the platinum mother of pearl. It's a 10 atmosphere, 100 meter, 330 feet water resistance. Obviously, the leather kind of precludes any sort of diving activity, so that's fine. This is a flame fusion crystal. This features the Ronda 1015 quartz. It's a three-hand movement with the date window. And the battery on this is a 341. Standard deviation is -10 to +20 seconds per month. This is an 8 joule movement. And with that, we'll kind of get right into, of course, as you can see, you've got the word frame on here, and down here you've got compass. So as a traditional crossbar, it's going to function just like that. So you can see the Swiss movement. Of course, the platinum mother of pearl is stunning on here. I mean, the coloration changes are just amazing. And you've got the hour markers on the rehaut and everything, looking, really good. And I apologize, forgot to clean this guy up. So there we have, oh yeah, there we go. There's a good shot right there. So as you can kind of see, and we'll kind of go through some of this. So this is the compass right here, this section right in here. So you can kind of see how thin. So this Ronda 1015 is a very thin movement because you only have this much real estate to put everything in. So that's what's kind of unique about this. You can kind of see the Invicta horse on the bottom of this. We can get to the model number. Some of the details can be a little bit tougher to see, just because the leather strap kind of gets in the way. But you've got the Invicta leather here. You got the second keeper. This is a very wide leather band, and we'll get into that, a little bit later. And you've got the two-tone, so you got the black and the blue. But let's get right into it. So here's the compass. I would say generally you're going to want to keep it, relatively flat for it to function cleanly. But you can set, and I'll tip this up so we can kind of see. So this does have a movable bezel, so you can, set north, once you get somewhere, and then, or just use this like a traditional compass, and so you can kind of see the cavity that sits in there. And of course, you can see the notch where everything sets in, and this is your frame up here, and all of the gearing. It's a fun watch. I mean, it's different. Would I sit there and say, oh, I'm going to go camping, let me make sure I get my compass watch? Probably not, but it is a cool feature to have nonetheless. I mean, it is, it truly is an actual compass. So as you can see, if I get it flat, obviously, you get it all out of whack. And for me, that is north over here. And all of that. So you just push this back. Of course, like a traditional compass, you can see the notch work that goes in. So you fold this in and then lay it back in, and that holds the the crossbar in. This is a reserve model, so you screw down crown, so you can change the date, and of course change the time. So there's not a lot. I mean, functionally, this is it's a basic three-hand movement. So, but with all that being said, what you're able to get to is to be able to see, just how beautiful that platinum mother of pearl is in the light and everything. I mean, it really is stunning. So, and you can see there's the gear mechanism for the compass and everything, and there's a notch set out for that. And of course, you've got this bezel ring up here, and then you can see right there, that's the little notch that folds into. That's what holds it open. So you just lay that in there, and that sets it and holds it, spring on these hinges and all of that. So, we'll set that guy right there. And then, so let's go to the microscope and take a look at some of the detail, and then we'll be right back. We are under the microscope, and of course, we've got the crossbar down, and you can kind of see the mother of pearl, but let me pop this guy open so you can really get a look at it. So, I mean, you really can see, sorry, some of the light kind of glares a bit more than what I want, but obviously this is a Swiss movement. We can see the get those in focus right there, the hour markers on the rehaut. Got the luminous feature inside there. Kind of a, not quite a mother of pearl on the rehaut, but definitely goes with the mother of pearl. Of course, you got the day of the week, the reserve logo on the second hand. You've got the luminous on the hour and minute hand as well. Of course, you can kind of see there's the compass and all the gearing that goes along with it. And we'll kind of turn this guy so you can kind of see. So you've got the reserve badging and the hinge system and all of that. So let's close this guy up, and of course bring out the compass and all the detail in that. So very, very different, very unusual. So you really get to see all the little mechanisms and how this thing is kind of put together with the pin system and all of that. So very cool. Of course, you got the stitching on the leather and everything. Of course, we've got the Invicta logo and the horse, kind of reminiscent of the crossbar and the nod to the Invicta locomotive and all of that. And you can see some of the numbers and Swiss movement and all of that down inside here, flame fusion, all that sort of stuff. So we're kind of getting, you can see the model number here, all these other kind of pieces of information, stainless steel and everything. So, and just how thick that is. But you can kind of see there's the bezel, and then the movement literally is just right in that crease right here. Let me get my pointer. So you can see right here, the movement is literally housed from here down to here. It's just a very small section. So, and of course, we'll go back to the crossbar and everything. Just a really cool design. Some of the details. Obviously, this is the crossbar with everything. And you can see the even the polishing that's done on the date window and everything is just very, very nicely done. So that's kind of the look at it under the microscope. So let's go back to the table. And we're back from the microscope. So that was a interesting look at some of the details here, you know, being zoomed in on and everything. So with that, let's go right into our normal sort of measuring. So we're gonna get my thing over to millimeter again. So, you know, I got 52.2. I'm not gonna, I'll do a couple of measurements. So right to the bar, I've got 20. If you add the leather and the top and everything, I get 24. So you get that. The lug spacing on this, 34. And so the strap on this is pretty wide. So as you can see, we got 31.9. The thickness on this is 2.8. And the lug to lug on this, I'm going to go right off there. So 57.9, almost 58. So it's a big watch. I mean, it's definitely gonna, you know, fit a lot of wrist. I am kind of curious. Let's see what the inside pin set is. So the inside pin set is 18.8 on that. Just in case anyone ever was thinking about changing out this strap here, you would look at the inside settings of that, which is an 18.9, so I'd call it probably a 19 if you were interested in that. The watch itself, so let's go right. So the mechanics of it is pretty thin, 5.9. The compass, let's see, the compass thickness is 6.3. You know, so definitely an interesting watch. I mean, you know, like I say, would this be my, I'm going to go on a survival camping trip and take this with me? Probably not. But that's all right. I mean, you know, it's kind of the cool factor of it. So we've got 250 grams on this. And I'll change it over to pounds. So we got 8.8 ounces on this. So believe it or not, I mean, as big as all of this chunk of metal is, it's really not that heavy. So all things considered, it's, you know, not as heavy as, you know, like a Venom or, you know, obviously a Sea Hunter or anything like that. But I mean, it is something that you're definitely going to feel. And I think having this really wide strap on here makes it a little bit more comfortable. So that's kind of, you know, it in a nutshell. So we'll kind of go off of that. And like I said, this is the Crossbar Compass model 31921. And with that, we'll give a few shout outs to some friends. And we'll give a shout out to Smitten by Invicta on Instagram, Invicta Watches and Women's Fashion. And of course, YouTube sensations, Trap Vision 3D and the Lifestyle page talking about all things collecting and family. And of course, Tommy Big Time focusing on bracelet sizing and battery changes and everything Invicta. Of course, Meat and I journaling their weight loss surgery and entrepreneurship. And of course, D&Q chronicling travel and food and fun. Tony Woe, Christian rapper, and his music and life perspective. And of course, you know, shout outs to those friends, and just want to give a quick mention to, you know, Shop HQ, InvictaStores.com. It's where we do the majority of our shopping. Of course, Facebook friends, Invictacruisers, InvictaVets. If you enjoyed this video or any others, please subscribe. And of course, always want to say, enjoy your Invicta watches, stay safe, be healthy, and I hope to see you next time on Invicta Specs. Take care.